Guys, this is the minister. Well, I call them all illegal because the administration of Marabu is illegal. So this is the illegal minister of justice and the attorney general. I want to share this with you because this is a conversation that he's having about Jos Liejdekkers, Bolle Jos, aka Omar Sheriff, the biggest drug lord who's based in Sierra Leone, who's dating the president's daughter, therefore is the son-in-law of the illegal president Julius Marabio. So this is Alpha Cisse. He is the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, addressing this issue. And I've always told you guys, every time these guys come out to talk, basically all they're doing is just cover up in plain sympathics. But I want to thank Fabian Swiel for asking the right questions. If anything, she has saved the face of AYV on this interview. And for that, I want to say thanks to her. But let's listen to this minister again, how Fabian Swiel tries to get him to talk about the fact that everything I've been telling you guys, that these guys are just buying time with Bolle Jos. The extradition and all that stuff should not even apply to Bolle Jos because it's not
documents in February.
But let's listen.
In February, and that's over 2 weeks ago. That I received the document, and once I received the document, the Minister of Information and Civic Education made a public announcement that the documents had been served on my office.
So you've explained, the procedure in looking into the documents. That's the theory. The practical aspect is we know that even in Sierra Leone, drugs were not drug-friendly in Sierra Leone. Yes. So clearly, those crimes, because the information is online from the news, those crimes in Sierra Leone committed would still constitute total crime. So what's next?
So, I agree with you, and Sierra Leone has made significant progress when it comes to fighting transnational crimes. You will see that in addition to the accountability regime, persons who have been prosecuted, there's also been an institutional response. I think, you must have seen in the news that we have been able to intercept like entry and exit, stand for drug, with both at the airport and at the seaport, or even within the road exits. You understand the borders of this country. Just yesterday, there's news about a vehicle having been intercepted by our police, escaped, and then by the time it got to McKinney, it was intercepted. So those responses are out there for all to see, transnational crimes, same in the context of human trafficking.
Yeah, so what does the government intend to do with the request from the Dutch government, the extradition request?
So that is where I see...
Are we intending to comply?
So we are examining the documents. So the point is that these are legal papers, right?
Why do you examine as a government? What's the status of Jos Liejdekkers, aka Omar Sheriff, aka Bolle Jos, this same individual? What's his current status in country?
No, that is for the police to handle. My job is to examine the legal papers. When it comes to...
I ask because what if peradventure, while you're handling this, and we pull some tricks, next thing you know, he's out of the country. It still puts all this extradition requests to null and void, to say. So the suspicion is, are we buying time to let him go?
So the point is that I think we're making conclusions, all right?
No, I'm just asking questions.
Yes. No. So here's the thing. I think going by the last update provided by the Inspector General of Police, he made clear that yes, they had made a connection between someone seen in a video and a person carrying the name Omar Sheriff. But then they didn't have this person in custody. That is for the police to handle. I think when it comes to whether the person has been located, whether it is in custody, I think, let's get those updates from the Inspector General of Police, and I don't think he has provided any update beyond what he provided.
So what he's doing here is throwing the can down the road, right? Everybody is looking at who's going to be the next person that I'm going to call on to help me with this investigation. Remember, this is the Minister of Justice and the Attorney General. He is the chief law enforcement officer of Sierra Leone. I want you to bear that in mind. So when he's throwing the can down the road for the police, this is the man, after receiving the paperwork from the Dutch government, like Fabian Swiel said, a crime relating to drugs in Netherlands is also a crime in Sierra Leone. However, he's trying to cover himself. Instead of him giving the authority to the police, you see guys, I'm taking my time because I want you all to understand. Instead of him telling the police, authorizing the police to say, I want this man arrested and detained and extradited immediately, because again, Bolle Jos is a criminal on the run. Liejdekkers is a criminal on the run. He's hiding in Sierra Leone. He has sought refuge in Sierra Leone. How much is he paying the government of Sierra Leone every week? We all know he was paying the Turkish government about 1 million euros. So you see, this Attorney General said a lot of things in this short interview. But the fact of the matter is, I just wanted you guys to see that, again, it goes back to the point that I made, that these guys have no intentions of handing this guy over. Bolle Jos is roaming the streets of Sierra Leone. He's watching this video right now with Agnes Bio sitting by his side. They are chuckling and laughing. They have a plan. How much is he paying the government of Sierra Leone? These guys keep saying that the government of Sierra Leone, as illegal as they are, they care about transnational crimes, but they are hosting the biggest drug lord who's dating the president's daughter. This is a fact. I've asked this guy to resign his position on numerous occasions on LinkedIn. Numerous occasions on LinkedIn, I've asked him to resign his position because it looks like he has, he's just dealing with so much baggage that he should not even deal with. This is somebody who can have a job internationally, but he decided to go take this foolish role that he's currently playing right now, you know, as the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, you know, locking up our people. Is he the one who locked up our hunt? Was he the one who authorized the arrest of our hunt? Was it the DPP, Director of Public Prosecutions, that authorized the arrest of our hunt? What are these people doing? These are all the questions that we have to ask. But as it comes to Bolle Jos, these guys have no intention of handing over Bolle Jos. That's all I want to let you guys know. They're just playing games, and all we're going to know one day, Bolle Jos is no longer in the country. So thank you to Fabian Swiel for asking the right questions on this one. I give it to you.